Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. We're walking into 902 Elmwood, number 3. It's a top floor 2-bedroom. It's really a very nice apartment. It has a lot of space and a lot of separation of space. We step in the front door, we step into the entry. The first thing we notice are the hardwood floors. The apartment is still occupied, so I'm going to move a little bit quickly. These people are waiting for us. Just a few steps into the apartment though, and you can see the living room, which I will come back and show you in more detail. Before we do that, we have a huge entry closet that's right by the front door. This has got to be, 6 or 7 feet deep. You see the shelf around the top, it's at least 3 feet across. Just the hooks, just a very big space. So big entry closet, much bigger than average. We go past the entry closet into the living room. The living room is a nice sized room, probably 10 feet across by 12 or so feet long. It has a decorative fireplace and bookshelves on either side. Really a mantle is what I think I'd call it. The windows are facing east. And if I walk towards the windows, you see we're looking out onto Elmwood. If I swing it back around, you see the shelves, the fireplace, the mantle, more shelves. And you get a look that you see that the living room is really extended by 2 or 3 feet into that hall, into the entryway. There is a ceiling fan, and the hardwood floors are very nice. So let's walk back towards the entry, which there's the front door. We come down this way, and we come around. Before we see our first glimpse of the bedroom, we have a little butler's pantry area here, which is kind of cool. The bath and bigger bedroom is to the left of the bath, but before we go in to the bedroom area, let's go into the kitchen, which is a much larger than average kitchen. We have blonde hardwood floors, full-size fridge, room for a small table. Behind that door there is a huge pantry, and we see the radiator. The back door will lead you down to storage and laundry. There's a little deck area outside if you sit and just to sit and think, or to barbecue. Lots of cabinets, some counter space. The countertop is a laminate, but it's very clean, very pretty. Stainless steel sink down at the end, full-size stove, full-size dishwasher, and more cabinet space. So let's look at this real quick. Let's see, it's a little darker in here. So I'll flip on the light. There you see the countertop rather. Looks like rock, but it is a laminate. Underneath the counter, we have a couple of drawers. In fact, we have a row of 4 drawers that look just like the one I showed you. We have a deep cabinet, which is good for pots and pans or appliances. Couple cabinets above, which is very nice, standard 2 feet in height, about 10 inches deep, 3 shelves, small one over the stove, and more of the bigger cabinets, 2 sets of 2 as we get closer to the wall. Full-size stove, again it's occupied, but it's still very clean, and we will of course clean it. If I open up, the oven needs to be clean, but it is a good size and a newer stove, really. I think it's only a couple of years old. So we move down, we see a few more a little bit more counter space. The dishwasher has obviously been used, but we will clean that up. And like I said, the cabinets down here are the same as the cabinets that we saw, and then we have another set like that. Stainless steel sink with a hose attachment for dishes. Terrific water pressure in the building, so let's turn that on. We'll check underneath, which I know is going to be dry. And it is. You see that they're using it as storage. It drains beautifully. Just a smidgen more counter space. And rather than go out and, for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you the deck in the back, which is probably 8 feet or more long by about 6 feet wide. So certainly big enough for a chair and a grill or some flowers. Now all that cabinet space is going to seem redundant because we have this huge pantry, which can be used for all kinds of storage. You see the shelves, more shelves, and it goes back a ways. So I think this is at least 6 or 7 feet long by, again, 3.5 feet or so wide. Hardwood floors on down underneath everything, but just an enormous closet area. And it even has a window, so you have a pantry with a view. So really a nice extra space, in addition to what is a really big kitchen just to begin with. You easily have room for additional surface areas if you want to cook with that surface area or put in a small table. You can easily do that. And they do have a small table here, and they have a microwave on it. There are several outlets throughout. I think there's 3 or 4 outlets throughout the apartment. The fridge is probably 5'9" in height. The freezer is on top. We have shelves to the right. The fridge underneath is nice and new looking. Shelves and crisper drawers. You can see the butter dish and more shelves. So it's really, I think, a nicer than average kitchen, certainly more spacious. With a big pantry and a dishwasher and a back deck area and the door that goes down to laundry and storage. We have a little butler's pantry here with more space. The drawers work, everything works. And we have some built-in shelves above. And that would, the bottom would just open to be an open space, about 15 inches high, 3 feet across. So that's nice little extra storage. Now, we come out of the kitchen and we see both bedrooms, and in between is the bath. So if we go to our right, we get the smaller bedroom, which is not really a small bedroom. He's got the light blocked out, but those windows are facing west and would be enormous light. I think this is a full-size bed, so this room would easily handle a queen. If I walk in, you see a little workstation area here. If I just go like this, I mean, it brightens up the room by a lot. So, I mean, you get enormous light. And again, this actually is looking out onto Maine. If I turn around again, a little more slowly, that was dramatic. You see the size of the room. You could certainly put additional furniture on either side of the bed. Right straight in front of us is the bedroom closet. We have a couple of outlets right there as well. There are a couple of outlets on the other side. The bedroom closet is a big closet. You see it's sort of split in two. The right side has a hanging bar and 3 shelves. The shelf goes across the top. And I hope I don't lose you because it goes way back. And is there a light switch? There is a light in here, but I don't see the switch. Anyway, I guess I'm going to not get a very good picture. If you can see just sort of some vague images. The length of this is pretty much the length of the whole wall. And it's about 2+ feet deep. So it's quite a big closet. At least 8 feet, but probably more like 9 or 10 feet. It goes pretty much the whole length of the wall. So it's a very big closet area, big bedroom closet. I'm going to walk towards the other bedroom, but before I exit, I'm just going to give you, oh, come on now, there we go. Give you one more look. and remind you that there is a huge closet there. I just couldn't show it to you very well. So we come out of the smaller bedroom, sort of kitty corner to the fireplace, across from the big bedroom, to the right of the kitchen, which is a big room, and we go into the bath, which has ceramic tile. Was remodeled a year or two ago, a couple years ago, I think. Pedestal sink, tank toilet, and again, this room's a little bigger than most. It's probably 5 feet across, so you actually have some space here with which to walk. We have a couple of towel bars. This is their furniture, but we have a light fixture above a medicine cabinet. The medicine cabinet's pretty standard stuff. Whoops. There we go. 3 shelves. Pedestal sink, and we already know water pressure is good, but we'll check it. And it draws well. So we'll turn that off. Watch the water run out. Again, ceramic tiles. The bath and shower tiles were new, like I said, a couple of years ago. So they are very clean. The tub was also replaced. It needs to be cleaned, of course, which we will do, but it's really quite nice. So we're going to check the hot water, and that's all we ever check. They've already got it to set the shower, so there we go. So we have nice, good water pressure. I think you see it best up there, and it's draining well. So I'm going to shut this down. Try not to get wet. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. And we see everything drains out really well. But it's a nice clean bed. And your window here is facing south, so you get nice light in here. It also has its own radiator, which is nice. When we walk out of the bath, I'll just give you another quick look. We look in, we see the south-facing window, a towel bar, the nice tile shower bathtub area, pedestal sink, tank toilet, and you see they have room for furniture. So that's really nice. So we come out of the bathroom, basically facing the front door. We've seen the kitchen and the smaller bedroom, so we will go into the big bedroom. And the big bedroom is practically its own apartment. It's a big room. I don't even know how big, probably 12 feet across, maybe 11 and a half feet across by 12 and a half feet long, but it's extended by a sunroom, which is really great. The windows to the right are facing south, so you get a tremendous amount of light in here. Windows in front are facing east. If I walk out to the sunroom area, we see a nice big space. Again, this has got to be 11 and a half feet or more across. And then this area right here for the width has got to be 6 feet. If we look out the window, the air conditioner is the tenant's. If we look out the window, we see Elmwood. Turn a little to the right, we see Maine. Cars are driving by, but it's still quiet. There is the sunroom area. I think they have rabbits or something. And a big radiator to keep it all warm. So you have 2 radiators in the room, which is nice. And then looking back, we see 2 closets. Now one is blocked by the love seat. I won't be able to show you that. Hardwood floors. You could easily do a king-size bed in here. There is a ceiling fan. The light is terrific. There are several outlets, so there's like one on every wall. I'm just going to open, we have 2 closets here. I'm only going to be able to open one of them. But we see it's basically, it goes all the way across. So there's no wall in between the closets. There is that little wood block there to support the hanging rod, but there's a shelf there, hanging bar. This is not quite as deep. It's probably 1.5 feet deep, but you can easily hang clothes, which you just saw there. So you've got a closet that runs the whole length here, which is probably 8 feet or very close to it. So it's a huge room. I'm going to walk out here for a second. One of the better, I mean, you could make this a bedroom and an office. Just a great extra room, really. And it has a lot of windows, so you get a lot of light, a lot of air. So we've seen both bedrooms, the bath, the butler's, whoops, there's the butler's pantry, the corner of the kitchen with a huge pantry that you can see next to the radiator. We have a nice entrance here with a huge entry closet. Take another look at the living room, which is a very pretty room. Lots of light, decorative fireplace, and that brings us back to the front door. Thank you for watching.